a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
Long exhale. We've been staring at this one in the bin for years, and today just felt like the day. Look at this cover. She's a flip of the coin. This is either going to be a really good movie or the worst Disney movie I've ever seen in my life. There's going to be no in between with this. Look at it. Feel like this is going to be Parker Lewis Can't Lose, which was just Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's just going to be this through a Disney filter. On the VHS tape, the San Francisco Examiner claims this as laugh out loud funny, and we shall see. They're taking on the world one bully at a time. Ad for the Rookie set to Live's Lightning Crashes. Amazing song, amazing movie. Love that movie. Go back and watch that movie. We press play. We get a dramatic intro where this kid sounds like he's about to go on this epic quest for his life. Swear if he's just delivering newspapers on his bike. He says he's taking on the Legion of Doom. Hawk an animal? Okay. For some reason, the ice cream man hates this kid and tries to run him over. He causes accidents and he hits Tony Hawk for real. I don't know. The ice cream man wants to fight him and we go to a bad Japanese fight scene with badly dubbed VO. They're kind of making fun of Japanese movies and I hate this movie already. But who is this guy? Hold on. It's Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy from Scream and Max Keeble's big movie, I guess. This kid is dangerously weaving in and out of traffic on his bike. Then we go to a shot of this sexualized moment with this teenage girl, which is weird, but probably also okay when you take a step back and realize that she's playing a high school student, but this actress is probably in her late 20s. So not sure where we are in sexualizing a 20-something pretending to be a teenager, but we move on as Jamie Kennedy accidentally hits the gal with his ice cream launcher. And then it was all a dream as Max's amazing Goldberg alarm clock wakes him up. Look at that. That's sick. What an absolute beauty. I want that. It's his first day of junior high. His mom has been finishing the house for years and his dad is in advertising and he has to wear funny costumes for his daily pitches. Today Dad's a lobster. They miss a Dad's being shellfish joke. Max's best friend is Robert, but they call him Robe because he wears a robe. His other friend is Megan, and Megan's like, "Where's your bassoon? I thought we were going to be in band together." Max says, "It's junior high. Is band still cool?" And to be fair, Max, band wasn't even cool in elementary school. I should know. I took it all the way till grade 12. Megan's all concerned because when did they ever care about being cool? Malcolm in the Middle's older brother is in this movie. I think that's him. Fantastic. Principal is insane. Crazy out of the gates. He wants to run a tight ship and get a promotion to superintendent, but I feel like Max is going to be a thorn in his side for the next 90 minutes. They meet the new bully, Troy, who shows up every day and unveils a new kid's name on his shirt, and that's the kid he's going to bully that day. That's awesome. There's a message from Principal Jindrake. Mandatory assembly in third period. All the teachers so far are hot, which is not how I remember junior high at all. Hot girl gets an entrance to Britney Spears' One More Time. Probably not a cheap song to buy the rights for in 2006. She's the girl from his ice cream dream, and she's in the hallway with her clarinet or whatever, and Max is like, "Oh, I play the bassoon." Troy McGinley is the bully, and he and Max have history. And he shows up with Max's name on his shirt today on day one. We flash back to a time when they used to hang out and they had a birthday party together when they were little. And Troy was terrified of some mascot Max had brought to his birthday party, and everyone made fun of Troy. So he grew up and he was this bully. It's all Max's fault. So it's Max's day-to-day. He tosses Max in the mud, drops breadcrumbs on him, and then tosses him in a dumpster. Principal unveils plans for a huge new football stadium as Max walks into the assembly covered in mudded garbage like a zombie. He gets called out in front of the whole school by the principal for disturbing his assembly, and he goes, "What's your name?" And Max says, "My name is Max Keeble." And the principal's watching him from now on. I was trying to do the Hamilton tune, but I didn't have it. There's a fast-talking kid now, another bully who tries to steal Max's lunch money. This is Disney Channel darling, or Orlando Brown. The principal calls out Max and says, "You may be under the impression I encourage malarkey and horseplay, but I don't." Great line. Max is now in band with "Hit Me One More Time, Hot Girl," and she enters to "Hit Me One More Time" again. That's money. She says to Max's friend Megan, "You're sitting in my seat," and Megan says, "Is your name on it?" It is. The principal from Saved by the Bell is the band teacher, and some football guys walk in and they also have joined the band. I don't know what's going on. Max goes to an animal shelter. He's friends with Tad, the monkey at this shelter. He fostered him for a bit back in the day. The animal shelter is closing down. There's so many subplots going on right now that are disconnected or unconnected. He gets home and he tells his parents about his first day, and Dad drops a bombshell. They're moving to Chicago on the end of this week. Dad is being transferred. They have to go. Max is not happy. Wheeler and Robe's dad runs the junkyard. This is going to come in handy later, I'll bet. Evil Ice Cream Man is real, though, and he chases Max now. I guess Max once found a cockroach in his snow cone, and Mom called the health department, and this guy got fined, so he hates Max now. Principal comes in and throws a football to his receptionist, who doesn't even look up, and the football just breaks the flower vase beside her. I laughed out loud at that. Some kids are now trying to save the animal shelter down the street. Principal comforts Max and goes, "What? Where do you want me to put the stinky goat? Do you want me to put him in my car? Do you want me to put the stinky goat in my car?" And I don't know why this is funny, but it just is, okay? The principal is the guy shutting down the animal shelter because he needs that space to build his new football stadium. Troy's next victim is Robe, but Max saves Robe and gets a swirly for his efforts. My daughter watches as they hear Max getting his head dunked in the toilet. I'm sure that's fine. He gets in trouble for being late to his next class, and his teacher, even though he's soaked with toilet water, makes him write an essay due Friday. But then the light bulb goes off, and he knows he's not even going to be here Friday, so he causes a scene, and he runs all over class. He realizes he's untouchable for the next couple days, and now he goes on a rampage. He hatches a million plans to right all the wrongs. Megan is like, "Can't we just have a going away party?" "You're lame, Megan. Shut up. Revenge time. First up, Jamie Kennedy, Ice Cream Man." They yank the AC tubes or condenser off the back of the truck so everything inside melts. Max starts taunting the bully with songs of the mascot that he was afraid of all those years ago. Max steals some animal pheromones from the science lab. Next up is Orlando Brown, the financial bully that steals everyone's money. Some girl calls the Ice Cream Man a fart knocker. That's something. The term fart knocker in a Disney movie, like, that's a legit homophobic slur for real, isn't it? Shame, Disney. Max, Robe, and Megan break into the school at night. Why didn't they just wait and steal the pheromones now instead of that scene before? Anyway, they break into the principal's computer and they see that 100% of the school's money, all their funds, is all going towards building the stadium. That's illegal. They put animal pheromones in the principal's breath spray. Max shows up the next day, dressed like the bully, opens his shirt, and the shirt has the bully's name, Troy McGinnickley, on it or whatever. I'm not super into this movie, but that was a fantastic scene. Max now dresses up like the mascot Toy's afraid of and haunts him and scares him. The principal's in front of the school waiting for the current superintendent to arrive, spraying his mouth with his animal pheromones mouth spray. The superintendent is indeed retiring, and the principal wants that job. Superintendent is a former football star. This makes sense. The stadium is going to be in his name. They find bully Troy McGintley terrified and shivering under the bleachers. He had a mental breakdown from being stalked by this mascot. Now some animal, I think it's just a monkey, breaks out of the shelter. It's coming for the principal's mouth. Max takes the janitor's leaf blower. Robe tells Ice Cream Man to meet him at the park at 3 to get his AC tubes back. Max then starts a food fight in the cafeteria. They set the leaf blower up to the tuba and they make a mustard sprayer. This was a fun scene. The kid actors must have had a ball shooting this scene. It's absolute chaos. Like, they trashed this place for real. The principal and superintendent walk into the cafeteria destroying food fight as it's happening. And before the principal can even find out who's responsible, the escaped monkey attacks him and attacks his mouth. Bully Troy is in therapy now because therapy was funny in the early 2000s. The financial bully now gets a message to meet them at the junkyard at 3 with the AC metal coil or whatever, and Max leaves the ice cream truck metal coil on this guy's front door. They also took Orlando, the final bully's handheld device, and make it seem like the Ice Cream Man has it, but he does have it because it gave to... Okay, let me take another run at this. They're making it seem like Orlando stole the Ice Cream Man's coil, and Kennedy, the Ice Cream Man, stole Orlando's Palm Pilot, or whatever he had in 2001. So the two fall for it. They meet up and think each other's to blame, and they fight, and Max uses a crane to pick up the entire ice cream truck and tip it, and all the melted ice cream pours out onto the two of them. Wah, wah. Everyone figures out everything was Max's doing. He's behind it all, and he's an absolute hero at the school. Jenna, the hot Britney Spears dream girl, invites Max to come for one milkshake at the end of his last day. And the school is all chanting his name and singing his praise. He's a hero. All the older girls like him now, but Max goes, and now he's missing his goodbye party with his real friends, Robe and Megan. Lessons are about to be learned, folks. Max is now dancing on the diner table with Jenna when Rob and Megan find him. Rob and Megan are like, guess we aren't cool enough for you anymore. Have a nice life in Chicago. That night, Dad has big news when Max gets home. They aren't moving. Great twist. It's Monday now. Dad's dropping Max back off at school. Dad is like, I owe this decision to you. I'm going to start my own business and not move to Chicago. Max is like, great. Max walks into school and walks right back out. What Max didn't realize is that the entire school is going to suffer now because of him. Rob is going to get bullied every day by Troy, and the financial bully tells Megan she now has to work off Max's debt. Principal is making everyone in the school pay. This is strangely a great lesson and a great storyline they never show in the aftermath of these like teen scheme movies. Well done. Max has to make everything right. He tried to hide in the janitor's office, and wise janitor tells Max, anyone can make a mess. It takes a man to clean it up. Max goes live on the school TV from the principal's live TV setup for his like announcements. He tells Troy, the bully, and the principal that it was him everyone wants. He's responsible. The principal comes and they get into it. Max says Max is not a criminal. The principal is. He can't use the budget to fund the stadium. Max then turns the video camera back on and the principal admits it, and he doesn't know it's live going to the whole school, and the whole school is watching. He locks Max in a supply closet. McGintley and Dobbs, that's the Orlando, the financial bully, and the other bully are supposed to confront Max at 3 p.m. in the parking lot, but he's locked up. The principal is about to bulldoze the animal shelter. Max escapes and the janitor locks the principal in the supply closet now. Max shows up to the bullies and the two they're about to beat him up when Megan shows up with Robe leading the marching band who are playing We're Not Gonna Take It, and the entire school is standing up to the bullies together now. Even the football players yell at the bullies to stop bullying. The crowd picks up the bullies and carry them away. Principal gets out of the closet. They're about to dump the bullies into the garbage, and Max is like, stop, look at us. We're the bullies now. This is great. Max says, let him go. And the football players go, okay. And they let go, and the bullies land in the dumpster anyways. Hit me one more time. Jenna invites Max to a party. Max goes, nah, I got plans. And then he looks at Megan. Gonna get it on. Last loose end, the principal drives the bulldozer into the animal shelter, but Max rides an ostrich and the showdown begins. The principal sprays his mouth with the animal pheromones and all the animals chase him out of the shelter, and Jindrak was fired for using the school funds incorrectly to make his football stadium. And it ends as it began, with the ice cream man chasing Max as he delivers papers, and we now have a Max Keeble remix of Bust a Move. So many swings with very few hits. More misses than hits. That was a baseball analogy from The Rookie. That's what inspired it. What does Wikipedia say about this movie? The film was released in the United States on October 5th, 2001 by Walt Disney Pictures. It received mixed reviews from critics and was a box office bomb that grossed $18 million against its $25 million budget. That seems right.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.